Happy Wake Up Wednesday to you. It's good to see you all. Today, as I began to think about some things, I began to ponder in my heart about, those times when we are going through what I call the hardest points in times of our lives. Each of us will experience them. If you're not experiencing them now, you will. If you're not experiencing them now, sometimes most of us have already experienced it one time or another. But I want to encourage you and remind you that the darkest hour is just before day. The darkest hour of our life is just before things are getting ready to change. And it's at those moments when things are about to get ready to change that it seems that everything that can go wrong does. It's at that time when your patience is the shortest. It is at those times when maybe your job, maybe you lose your job, maybe something happens with one of your children, something happens with your relationship. But no matter what the situation is, I want to encourage you not to be discouraged by what you see right now. Because what you see right now is not the end. How many of you have read a book or even just listened to a book on Audible? Most of us, that's the way we're reading books today because we don't have time to actually just sit and read. But as you've read or listened to an Audible book, you hear the story and it starts off light, and then somewhere in the middle, there's a scene or two that comes up that seems to look like the end is at hand for whomever that character is in the story. But if you continue on and remember, you're not at the end of that story. When we get to the end of the book, we realize that there is positive. There is a light at the end. The character in the story is benefited by whatever it was that they went through. So right now, you might be in the middle of life, in the middle of what we call a dark storm right now. And it's in those moments that you have to be very, very careful and remember and encourage yourself and let yourself know that the darkest hour is just before day. And if I can just hold on a little bit longer, if I can keep the faith, if I can keep myself up, if I can continue to tell myself it's not going to be this way always, I guarantee you it won't be this way always. The darkest hour is just before daybreak. So I want you to dig in your heels in whatever your situation may be today. I want you to dig in your heels, and I want you to say to yourself that no matter what comes or goes, I refuse to believe that this is my end. I refuse to accept that this is my end. I believe that at the end of my situation, my story, whatever might be going on in your health, or whatever the situation might be on your job, whatever it is that you're fighting, I want you to believe without a shadow of a doubt, and know that though it might be dark right now, this is not your end. You have to begin to speak that, because the darkest hour is just before day. So hold on just a little while longer. Keep the faith and don't give up. For the darkest hour your darkest hour is just before day. Remember, the darkest hour is just before daybreak. Have a happy Wednesday. I hope to see you again next Wednesday here on Wake Up Wednesday with yours truly, Lady Christine.